Alright, ready?
I am ready.
Oh!
Are you ready?
Right. Apparently I needed to stretch. Alright,
when you said,
welcome
are you
back.
ready, I thought you were going to start. But
I thought I was too, but I had a stretch in me.
Okay.
Well, it's a great day for some Dwarf Fortress. In this episode, Al gets his head in the game. Joe gets too many animals. Talk about ants. And giant thrips are back. Let's head on over to Albert's fort now and get things started.
Okay, so here we are at my fort.
I don't think I'm ready. I'm never ready for your forts.
Joe's never ready. We had an attack last time. It doesn't look like we're out of people.
Thing. I hate those. I sympathize.
We just walled some people off in here.
That's right.
They are walled off now. They're gonna starve and whatever.
Poorly.
They are doing bad. The thing that I was sort of made aware of last episode was a lack of organization in my fort. And we're gonna kind of like get a clean slate.
7 episodes in.
What do you want from me, Joe? I'm gonna make some more workshops down here. Is what's gonna happen.
It's just always a surprise. Dealing with Albert. I'll plug out other stuff. Griffin was talking about the Fallout New Vegas DLC.
Yeah,
which being one? Some of his favorites, which I agree. I think they're excellent DLCs. But then I was like, but I'm playing them with Al, or hopefully will be. God knows what he's going to do with them.
Well, it's questionable whether the DLCs will have as many options as Obsidian seems to have given me.
Obsidian?
For the people who made Fallout New Vegas?
Yes. What?
Or the people who made Fallout New Vegas. I don't know why this is difficult.
No, the sentence I didn't know. If the DLCs will have as many options as Obsidian has given you?
Right, because there was so many like, wait, you can do that moments when we've been playing from Fallout, and I don't know if people designing DLCs are gonna have the resources to include that many branching paths.
I'm trying to remember. I've only done 2 of them, to be honest.
Okay.
I just enjoyed them. I think you'll really dig the aesthetic of one.
Okay.
I think you'll hate the
Gonna connect here.
You have a transformation.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, that's not the right one.
That's DFAC.
Has transformed into a were mammoth.
Did you get them all?
3 people.
Yep.
And they're all in here.
You did it!
Were mammothing. Yeah, we survived. I will survive. Despite the fact that stone-fall traps aren't that great anymore.
If you kill them as a mammoth, do you get the mammoth amount of meat?
That's an interesting question. Where does the meat come from?
I like that he's still your sheriff.
Yep. He can put the kibosh on those other 2 guys if they get rowdy in there. Now that guy's been found dead. Alright, so we're gonna make some workshops here.
We're just ignoring the death. Okay.
I'm one thing at a time, Joe, is what we're gonna do. We're doing one thing at a time. And we're not ignored by the deaths.
Don't have to force every song to fit the exact moment you're singing it in.
Alright. And let's see, we got some... That workshop, we're gonna go with the Metalsmith's Forge right here. Do I have another? I only have the 1 anvil. That's fine. I'll make another one in the future.
Some of my other plays.
Yeah, I didn't start with an anvil in my personal fort.
What? Oh, you didn't
accidentally. No, it was just I didn't prepare carefully or something, so I didn't have one.
Didn't you literally use the prepare carefully thing for that though?
Not this time. Is what I'm saying.
When? What time?
I've just been playing on my own, so I'll be
know!
like not
I didn't think
a
it was
goofball.
possible not to have a not to have an anvil.
Silver bars for some reason. Yeah. So we've got Craft Source Workshop. We're gonna do. I don't need 2 Mechanics Workshops. We'll just put the Mechanics Workshop.
I didn't think it was possible not to have.
It is, Joe, as it turns out.
Unless you use the prepare carefully option, which ironically you then did not do.
Nope, I did not. Okay, so we've got Craft Stores, Siege.
So we both sort of took a break from the game when my back was out.
Yes.
And we both sort of been getting back to it.
Should I have Jeweler's Workshop down here? Do I have Carpenter's Workshop? I don't have the
The big 4 for me are always Mason, Craft, Carpenter, and then Mechanic in the beginning.
Ah! Alright, we want claystone blocks. Other one right there. We'll also do claystone blocks. Now let's do some stockpiles.
Where are your kitchens going to be?
They're going to be in the open air area, so that's going to be food production. Is the plan. Yeah. So that's going to be all butcheries and... What?
Does that fit with the name of a cooking show?
Yeah, the Great British Bake Off always takes place up in, like, the open air tent or whatever.
Well done, Albert.
I don't watch it, but I know enough about,
Blown away.
the world.
That was awesome. That's perfect. I also don't understand why you never got into that show, but...
I only watched, like, 2 episodes, and I didn't really get it.
Well, they bake things.
Oh! Well, that makes sense now.
One of them's eliminated. I don't know. It's charming.
Okay.
I'm British.
So this is going to be sort of my... I'll have a finished goods stockpile sort of in here.
You know, if you want to stay super organized, you have another forge up top right there. This floor, for some reason, is your coffins and forge.
Yeah. So what we're gonna get rid of a lot of the stuff that we don't need up here. So we're gonna remove the carpenter's workshop, that carpenter's workshop. This kitchen we're gonna leave. That's a kitchen also. Well, probably smelters I need to move down there as well. That's the thing that I need to think about. So I've got a metalsmith's workshop here. Metalsmith's forge, I mean.
Yes.
But I need to move some smelters down here. So that's furnaces? No. Workshop furnaces? I forget where furnaces are at.
From here.
Yes, okay. So we're going to do a wood furnace and a smelter. I think 1 each will be fine for now.
Yeah, we do have coal.
Some.
Which I keep some. So, while I still enjoy the game, I'm very frustrated in my private plays because the fort I've made for this challenge in particular is one of the smoothest running I've ever had.
Okay.
And I just keep, like, wanting to play it, but, like, not being able to... Well, I mean, I can make a clone or whatever, but it's just weird going back to only having copper, not having coal, not having wildlife is a little weird. I guess I don't have any on this... we don't have that much. That's sort of a problem for me, where my food is going to come from.
I do need to... So I've... You know, you can see that I have tried to rectify some of my wild ways. However, I am always on the quest to do things in the least, like...
Sane?
The least work amount possible. Right. So, let's start by cooking. I have the one cook current... No, what?
I don't know if that clicked.
This guy is over here. He's my... Oh, he's a noble.
Ooh,
Einod is a noble.
You sorted by military status.
Yeah, okay. We want to sort by, I guess, nothing. And then sort by cooking. So these are our cooks. These are our main guys who are our cooks. I am going to select everybody else.
Interesting.
I can't select everybody else. Oh, I guess that's...
Yeah, selections is a little weird at times.
Everybody else. And I'm going to use this optimize thing with the worker hauler plan.
What?
And just sort of sort people out that way.
Wow. So what does that do?
That it's sort of... So you can input settings for how important certain things are to you. Right. And then, like, it'll create... it'll figure out sort of who has the best skill. It's another version of Autolaver, essentially.
Oh, good.
I know how much you enjoyed
Dwarf
that.
Therapist. I was baffled by that. It was also run through your hands, which I don't think that's the best way for me to learn how something works.
I actually downloaded somebody else's settings for that particular setup. So they said they were heavy on the hunting, which I'm fine with, really. All right, we're removing this craft source workshop and this mechanics workshop. What's up here? Clothier's shop. I don't care about.
What's up here? That's where your farming stuff goes on.
Right, but I'm not worried about looms. We're gonna get rid of the smelter. The kitchen can stay. The kitchen can stay. That's a farm. We are out of rat weeds. Let's go to prickleberries.
I've had people throw
and rice plants.
Topple farms, which I find odd.
But they're just like, I mean, okay. Topple is just the word.
Okay, I take that back. I've not actually seen the. Hello.
So he was horrified. I was trying to figure out. We got a ghost or something.
That would be yes.
I think anyway. Let's see. Can I view him?
You also got a mood. You got two at the same time.
I'm gonna get to him. Okay, he's overwhelmed by horror. I just want to see why. That's under preferences. No.
Z
status. Here we go. And then thoughts and preferences.
This'll be easy to
Horrified
sort through.
reliving being haunted by the dead. So he actually wasn't haunted, like he was at one point haunted by the dead, but he's like thinking about it.
Look at all the bad.
I'm very excited for them to continue sort of evolving this mental system.
Yes.
Because I've been sort of like watching a lot of YouTube videos about psychology and memory and relevance and all of this stuff. This guy's claimed a workshop. And I think that the Dwarf Fortress model is fascinating. There's probably some more room for growth.
Yes.
I'm gonna make some bins.
Do you know what he's working on now? Toady.
Who? Oh, no, not off the top of my head. Do you?
The intrigue, I believe. Like the way the criminal organizations interact and grow is what he's focused on now. Let me pull one up.
Now he's yelling. He's in this workshop, not grabbing things. Let's see. At least.
Always.
Oh, he works furiously. Okay,
maybe.
maybe.
It started already. We'll go to announcements to make sure.
Has begun.
Began. That's gonna be some Albert.
We already had
like
it on
a
him.
stick.
He was ready.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a terrible, terrible artifact.
Got that wood furnace and the smelter. We're gonna go ahead and put in. Well, let's go to the smelter. We're gonna smelt hematite ore and repeat that until that's gone. I think limonite. I forget what limonite has in it, but we'll smelt some of that too. Sure, if you want, if you'd like. All right, he's working away on that thing.
Laminite is iron too. We're just an abundance of great ores here, and it's interesting.
Yep. We got petitions available. You can come to eradicate monsters. That is not something we've been overwhelmed with yet in this fort. So I'm very excited about that.
We don't know what a chausa is. All right. Welcome back to Joe's Fort. Here in our Too Many Cooks battle.
You got some minstrels in your eating area there. I like it.
I have a ton of minstrels in my eating area. I'm gonna approve some entertainers.
Is that why they're there? Well, these guys are here for soldiering. That's entertaining.
Soldiering is interesting. Soldiering is not entertaining. I only have the one. Okay, I haven't actually looked at my. All right, something happened. Migrants. Coming in over the ocean.
Your grants. We all
Where
grants
are they? Oh, they're
for
coming from the
migrants.
bottom.
Have you looked at the overworld map recently? I'm just trying to figure out like where they would be coming from in
Not recently,
the terms
no.
of geography. Because you're on like a peninsula. I would have thought they would have come from the top.
Yeah, that's what threw me.
The
I'll be
fingers
honest.
of the peninsula is poking down, but you haven't done any like look to see if you can raid anybody.
Boots and shields and boots and shields and backpacks. Okay, and the migration wave. You can.
You actually have all that stuff, or you're telling them
I need
to get
that.
that stuff? Okay.
I need it.
I needs it.
You're a decent crafter. Everyone else is kind of whatever. It'll just be Charlie work. My big thing currently is that I don't have enough food. Well, I take that back. A caravan arrived last time, and I made that.
A dog
Hooray.
letter. Chouse.
You're gonna have to hit Google for that. Don't
yeah,
know what that is.
here I go.
I guess we'll look at that now. Oh wait, it has this thing. Of course, it has a thing here.
Chouses are armor for the legs, usually
No,
made
these are
from mail. It's like
Dwarves-
one chainmail hose.
Dwarves cannot craft chouses, so they must be obtained through other means. Phew.
But didn't that guy just craft it?
Other means mean, yeah, but as an artifact,
But out of dog leather.
yes. But he did put an image of bladeweed in dog leather, so that's awesome. Thanks, guy.
I can never tell,
Hooray.
like, what things are real. Bladeweed appears not to be a real thing.
Alright, so I was looking around for some caverns. I want to hunt and trap bad guys. That being said, I did just get a caravan, which I bought olive
Olive oil?
that may tide me over some.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just going down.
that's a real nice get when you get that, like, cooking stuff going and you're making them high quality meals.
Yeah.
I had in my personal fort, I had a human caravan come by and got to, do the whole, almost, like, they were still making a profit when I selected everything, but I guess it wasn't quite a bit, like, they wanted, like, 15% instead of 10, so I had to go through and, like, deselect some books, but I was almost at the, like, buy everything level.
Okay. you remember my mnemonic?
Every good boy does fine.
Do you remember which...
Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie?
Left is bridge. Right is... Yes, upright spears.
Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland?
Please stop.
It's not, like, actually mnemonic, but I memorized those 4 nations together in high school, and every time I hear any of them, I'm just like, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland.
Yeah, I was going to ask what on earth you were talking about, but...
Apparently, the geography quiz actually did me some good.
Sort of?
Like, 16-year-old Albert was, like, sitting in the car, like, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. There was, like, 100 other countries I had to memorize, too. I don't have any clue what they were, but I remember all those 4 together.
Alright, so I've got a cavern.
You don't have a cavern, Joe.
I have a cavern.
The cavern has you.
The cavern is I. Alright, I'm just gonna wall that off for now. No, what am I thinking? The whole point of this was...
What was the whole point of this?
Well, it was before the caravan came. I was like, I really need meat. So I'm gonna see if I can find some bad guys out in the world to capture. And there's none on the overworld, so we're gonna check the underworld. Except then this happened. The caravan did show up, and then I lived happily ever after.
You are doing pretty well. I will give you that.
Okay, I know what I need to... Wow, look at everyone running. I might need a bigger stockpile, just in general. I definitely need a bigger stockpile, just in general. I've got all these beds. Oh, so much to keep up with.
So much to do, so much to see.
Yes, thank you for that. Carrying that over from...
Somehow that's, like, slipping more and more and more into my mind. It's like a disease.
What is?
I
mean, I know that song is earworm-wise, but how is it more and more and more?
I don't know, I just keep finding reasons to sing lyrics from it in my life.
Yeah, it just keeps coming back. It's hit meme status, and then people are like, I keep putting this everywhere.
I'm not doing it, like, on purpose. What now?
Is that a good thing for a band?
I guess if you widen...
Is Smash Mouth happy with the current state of affairs of their song?
I don't know. Hold up, I'll call them.
What? Thanks.
Hey,
did they answer?
it's me, Albert, from YouTube. You know, those Dwarf Fortress videos you love so much. I know, it is paradoxical that a rock band would enjoy such an out-of-the-way niche game. But that's what makes you so enjoyable.
Plays the thing.
Yes, I wanted to know how you feel about the recent meme status of your Rockstar song that you may or may not have made for Shrek.
I really need this from you.
They're
right
cool
now.
with it,
Thanks.
actually.
This is not something
They're
that
busy,
I need.
like, recording a cover of this, like, of the song.
No, they're not. Oh, you're clearly
They're
making
covering
things
their
up.
own song. It's like that one Tom Petty album where he was just gonna release greatest hits, but then like he re-recorded half of them.
Did that happen?
Maybe not exactly that way. He put a lot of work into it.
It sounds familiar, but
You told me this story about how that, and I also heard it on Malcolm Gladwell's Broken Record podcast, where they're talking about Tom Petty and how that he just, like, there was also a soundtrack for a movie he did.
ugh, another.
Did we talk about this as well?
I'm trying to locate the hot zones.
Somebody just asked him to contribute a song to like the soundtrack for their movie. Like, could you just play a song so we can play? And he's like, I'm gonna do the whole soundtrack. And they're like,
Are
okay.
you sure this is Tom Petty?
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll find it now.
How did that work? Oh, okay, that scared me. Whew. That really scared me. This is interesting.
Yes, he made for the 1996 film She's the One.
Yes, of course.
He created the entire soundtrack. 51 minutes and 57 seconds of music.
That song. Oh my god, look at this. Oh boy.
What are we doing here now? There's a lot of cages.
Going through the cages that I got from the caravan, building a kennel. They all have, I have so many animals.
Yeah, there's like
I did not-
15 songs he wrote. Well, maybe not wrote, but 15 songs for this movie. And again, according to the story, they're just like, could you contribute like a song for this? And he just like got really into the idea.
I have so many cages full of animals. Look up the greatest hits that he redid, or whatever.
Alright.
I don't know. I'm just gonna slaughter them all, I think. The women and the children, too.
But how do you feel about sand, Joe?
Wait a minute. I've also got a bummed out dude. So something I'm starting to do more and more that I... 6? 7? Is noble rooms. And it annoys me because the nobles annoy me. But if you can get your mayor set up, they can start consoling people, which can help with the whining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Al has the coolest cook ever in captivity, and he gets his army running.
We have prepare easy meal and prepare easy meal happening.
So, something else I have to ask you.
Yeah?
Have you heard of a game called the Liberal Crime Squad?
I have heard of this, yes. Isn't it made by the same guy who made...
It is. Made, well, I don't know what you're going to say.
I was gonna say Embark?
No, well, I don't know who made Embark.
Okay.
There's an easier way, there's an easier connection to what we're doing now than any other connection at all.
Dwarf Fortress?
Yeah.
Oh.
He hasn't
well, you
been
know
updated.
Toady didn't make Embark, so you could have just said, no, you dope.
I forget what he's made, but it would have been a weird thing for you to have been like, that guy who made that other game that Toady made, but not mention Toady himself. So I assumed you probably weren't. At any rate, we're going to look into that.
We have a yak bone left gauntlet, buddy.
What? That's actually good.
That's not bad, yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to do. Do I have a military? Not much of one, really. Okay. That's something else we need to think about. We're gonna go in the military. We're gonna... Hold up a second. I've got my phone buzzing, and that's not helpful at all. Just shut. Thank you. No thanks. Okay. We are gonna supply our military. Are these guys listed in any particular usefulness in this candidates list?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but I don't think so. They are color-coded for if they're in a thing or not.
We're gonna go with peasants as much as possible. And we'll go back in our screen and filter out military people and do our thing again. Potter we don't really need. We're not doing much with that. Clothier, I don't really care about that.
Oh, and there's profits too. Oh boy, there's a lot coming.
So what is it, profits in liberal times or liberal
no,
time
the Liberal
squad?
Crime Squad is not. That's just a game I want to look at, possibly as a offshoot. But the way crime, like the bandits, will be related to and work for other bosses that are higher up in the boss chain, and they'll influence politics, and they'll like he keeps. I keep scrolling down, and he keeps writing updates that are just stories that have come out.
Oh, he's still making this, or is
okay? This is not about Liberal Crime Squad. This is about Dwarf Fortress.
You can't get on a game called Liberal Times Crimes. Dagnabbit.
Medieval Times. Fraud.
You can't do that. And then, did I commit this? Okay.
I did that very thing. Liberal Crime Squad is not this. This is all happening in Dwarf Fortress.
Okay.
Just the way religions arise is also being rewritten, and how the crime syndicates work. Much more detailed and much more...
Oh, I have to read first. Okay, there we go. Military. So we're gonna take these guys. We'll, I guess, leave them with their current things, but dagnabbit, I don't want all this info. Okay, we're gonna do the optimize again with just... Oh, and we're gonna get rid of take our cooks out. I might have hopefully I didn't put any of my good cooks in the military.
Okay, the first corrupt person in Dwarf Fortress history was Ern Locksnarl, a human from Potrust. He was a miner, not a child, but like mined the earth.
Right.
Then a bard, and when the opportunity to become a chief chef of an entire kingdom opened up, he took it.
Okay.
He was tempted several times over the years. Finally, after 15 years in the job, he began scheming a bit extra out of the kitchen budget. So this is the kind of thing that's going to start popping up, which is insane. Like, a person might come into a high-paying job and start skimming money off the top of it. I don't know how that's gonna... I mean... The man has a vision. I'll give him that. And your share of some mammoth.
I'm making a training room here for my military. We're gonna actually do a military.
Excellent.
I've picked up on your tactic of assigning everybody a specific weapon.
Yeah, it helps. Confusion.
Alright, we are out of
the logs, looks like? Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna DT... Not like everything. Let's just make a few. Okay.
That's good. Those will all fall into that lake.
They might. We're gonna start, speaking of that, we're gonna start making...
Lakes?
No, weapons and armor for our guys. So I guess... you know what? I'll do warhammers. So we'll do 10 of those.
Not what you think they look like.
They are now.
Have you changed that in your... I haven't changed it in my head.
Really?
I had to do a head double take. I don't
I always think of
enough
like the spiky thing now, just punching through somebody's armor, and it's awesome.
No, I still think of like a giant hammer just wailing on crushing someone's head in.
Now, do I have to make 20 of these for it to be pairs?
Man, this gets debated a lot. I'll triple check this.
I was assigning specific armor to people, and it only let me assign 1 boot, so I'm only gonna make 10 to start with.
Does this actually make a... Oh, the other thing is, does it make a left and a right, or does it just...
I think it's like pants, Joe. Alright, helm, war boot, breastplate, and...
The forged gauntlet and high-low boots always creates a right-left pair.
Nice.
However, artifacts only create a single one, so you have that one yak bone gauntlet.
That's weird. Alright, we're out of food storage items.
Well, this is from 2012. It might have changed since then.
Could have. We're gonna make some wooden barrels. Alright, how is our kitchen stuff going? We've got some guys working in the kitchen. I'm not getting any, like, so-and-so's cooked a masterpiece type notifications.
Do you have enough kitchen for all your cooks?
I've got 4 kitchens. I have how many cooks? Besides too many. I want to not be selected. Can I unselect? Just don't. There we go. Escape is how you unselect. Joe, that's helpful to know. This is a weird... Why are they... Oh, I'm not scrolled to the top. That's why. Okay. Yeah, so I've got 1, 2... I guess one of my 10s is as a noble. Einod... What's his face?
He's in a squad. And he's the sheriff. How many sheriffs is he also turning into a... Oh, did you lose him to...
I might have.
I'm trying to see, does he turn into a... Is the awareness on here? I don't think it is. But I do believe Einod sounds familiar.
Well, let's
and
go
you
look
only have
for
one
him.
Sheriff, right?
So, citizens, where's Einod at? He should be close to the top. If he's the fact that he's a noble is pretty hilarious. Einod, there's a search, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Can I build a kitchen for them in there?
I don't know if you can get him food. They must have turned at different times because they took down one of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna need like a slab
them.
engraved or whatever. That makes sense.
I mean, I guess.
So
you lost your head chef. First you made him your sheriff, then he got bitten by a were-mammoth, and then you locked him in a room.
That's just the tough life that Cop Chef has.
On the Great British Baking Show.
The Great British Baking Show, yes. The Rush is visiting. Somebody slipped into depression. Bimble. Are you depressed, Bimble?
Yes.
Tremendous stress is on him.
Don't get to see
Caught
his
in
motto.
the rain. Dejected.
He didn't feel anything after seeing a cat's dead body.
Horrified, reliving, being haunted by the dead.
Yeah,
Pleasure near a fine seat. Alright, we're continuing.
Some weird thing happens with purple text.
It does, man, the greatest hits one doesn't seem to be listed here on his discography.
Really?
I'm trying to find it.
I'm trying to think if it has like a weirdo name, but I don't think it does. I think it's just greatest hits. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
That's their first
Yay!
album, 1976.
This has happened.
Yay!
Hooray! Now, okay.
What I'm missing?
Look what I caught!
Giant thrips!
Woo! Cat, hen, cow, bull, gander, guinea hen. Alright, so now I need a training room to train my giant thrips. Look at the frickin' animals in my stockpile.
Yeah, you did. Looks like you bought quite a few animals there, Joe.
That's the thing that I did, yes.
Well, they won't. I forget how. I know I've asked this question before.
I get a little confused by this at times. Will they, like, be fed in there? I don't know. You can build the cage. I don't know exactly how the whole built cage with an animal in it versus non-built cage. I'm assuming that's what you're asking?
Yes. Yes, that's sort of what I was asking.
Because, like, they're there, and they're an animal in a cage, but up here I built them and they're an animal in a cage. And I don't know. I don't know. Look at all these. Alright, at the very least I can take these out of it. Despite all their rage, they are still just a rat in a cage. This is bonkers. Well, I'm slaughtering lots of things and getting lots of meat.
Apparently, it was just the single Mary Jane's Last Dance that he sort of...
I've told you. Yes, I did mention this. Insofar as that's not a thing that usually happens. You don't come along at the end of your career and record.
It's about the middle of his... Well, I don't know what the end of... He starts in the 76, and their
End of
last
his
one is in
massive, like,
2014. So...
And to be fair, Wildflowers came along after that, I think. But again, usually, for the most part, you kind of plateau after a bit, and then, nothing huge happens. For rock artists.
I think he kept... I mean, the thing we said about the soundtrack, I think he kept chasing after things that interested him.
Yeah.
So he was able to continue evolving in his style.
I agree entirely.
It's maybe easy to, if you have some success, just sort of ride on that success, and it seems like he didn't do that. I'm not a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers expert. Go ahead.
Usually the bonus track on greatest hits albums is not one of the most beloved songs by that artist. It's usually kind of like, greatest hits is coming out, let's crank something out to have another single to add on to the greatest hits and to have a reason for people to buy it, like the diehards.
I always thought it was... I always look for greatest hits albums if I'm thinking about... I guess I'm not like a diehard of any band, so I'm just like, what was the really good songs?
Yes, but
I want the garbage.
Not always. But they include a bonus song, usually, or two. Where it's like, greatest hits with new release, blah, blah, blah song. Okay. And usually the artist is like, we're putting on the greatest hits, okay, here's some crap. Put that on there as the bonus song to entice people.
My favorite greatest hits thing maybe is like the Queen album where they're like, we've got like several greatest hits albums and they're both 2 discs each, so We've got a lot of good songs, guys. There's some good songs in here.
well done. I've got a Gorlak. Oh, I'm catching things. I'm catching things.
Yay! You've also engraved some masterpieces, so that'll be good for the morale of your fort.
Alright, and I gotta... Oh my god.
What is this workshop directly to the right of the staircase? Or is that not a workshop? Is it just a wood stockpile? Because he's got
just a wood stockpile.
Cage right in the middle of it. It looks like a weird
he's
workshop.
hauling that cage.
Okay. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, because he's blinking. That's probably right.
Oh god, this is not... I can't not do this now. I have to... I don't want to build an armor stand. Trapped by my own insanity. I do, however, want to make sure that giant thrip... That's not... I don't want to put a bed there. No. Maybe my trainer wants to sleep there, like the Rancor trainer.
I would like to play a game similar to this, but it's ants.
Okay. I mean... How... What would be the big differences in your mind?
Well, I think there'd be less moods. Right? It seems like ants don't have a personal mood that often. Although I'm not an ant expert.
What?
I'm an ant. I'm interested in ants.
An ant amateur?
Yes.
An antiture?
I'm not a professional ant, Joe. I only do it on the weekends.
Training site. Boom. Do I have any trainers?
Wait, did you say ant mature?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I completely missed that.
Or antiture, maybe I said. I know exactly what I said. There's a lot of people talking.
That's a good pun. You've got some masterpieces being cooked. That's... Man, you are doing so well, Joe.
You didn't look at the
final...
Look at the end. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not as good as you. I can tell you're in the lead.
Well, so I was talking briefly about this. Like, we both sort of come back to the game after hiatus due to injury and other things needed to be done. I was saying before we recorded, like, I love this game. It's fun. And I was like, I do also love this game, and it's fun, but this problem. But my outside experience has been a little frustrating because this is basically the best fort I've ever designed. Weirdly. And I keep coming into other forts in private time, and they're not functioning quite as well. And I'm like, all right, think of I'm debating like shooting for 10 great cooks every time I play the game, just because I feel like I would follow whatever the hell I followed here to make this fort. A lot of those we have coal, we have
Isn't it better when
Iron.
there's stuff going wrong, though?
A bit, but sometimes I like to just see if I can just destroy, like, a challenge.
Okay.
And
well,
when
you're
everything's
destroying
going
this
wrong,
one.
and you can't even get like a thing together, and you're a squad together, and like you have to be able to
manage the problems as they occur. Hopefully, if you start well, you've created a fort that can weather most of those problems, and they won't crop up.
But like my plump helmet farm got knocked over, I think, or like, is there a thing that can go wrong?
I think
I don't understand what happened to my plump helmet farm. Things went awry. And then,
but then don't you just get like notifications of like, hey, we can't brew a drink, and so you'd be like, well, what happened?
But then the spawn was gone. It was a thing.
Okay.
Train.
You can brew out of other things too. You can gather plants.
I know, but I just thought it was something so
new to you,
mundane, but so my God. So
you can sort these into like similar.
Yeah, I also agree with that. You can search, so you can do like search bull or search yak. Get some sense of what God!
We got a lot, yeah.
Now, will they grab them out of the unbuilt cages? This is confusing. The unbuilt cages. New unlife.
You struck cassiterite and spessarcine and green zircon.
Green zircon?
Green zircon.
I don't think I'm doing gems. That's a very situational thing for me. Because I fear being attacked.
Oh, just because they're valuable and...
Yeah, I feel like ramping up the value right away isn't the best thing you can do.
That's an interesting idea. But you're making a lot of value with your food.
Yeah, at this point the food is outstrip anything gems could possibly do. I've also, again, was debating like the cook thing because, I mean, you can just buy out entire caravans if you have tons of quarry bush leaves and crap like that, so... It's an interesting, like, way to grab power, too, as your fort does stuff. It's not the worst route to like...
Well, that's not a macro. For a second there, you were like, the thing was going up through the rooms, and I was like, there's no way you planned that macro to do that, knowing exactly how they were going to lay out.
No, Al.
I mean, they're very well laid out. I'm not, like, questioning your organizational skills, but you did not build it that way. I knew you didn't build it that way, because none of the other ones are built that way.
Yes. Alright, Mayor, what do you need? You need some of these things. I think you need armor stands, and weapon racks, cabinets. Oh, you need tables. You definitely need like a place to sit and eat. Let's see if that's enough. I'm excited that I have a giant thrip to train. It's going to use the clap and hop technique, Albert.
You're going to have awesome. A war thrip?
Oh man, can I?
I don't know. Let me look.
No, I cannot toggle war training on. Or for the giant cave toad. Am I at least, like, trimming this down some? Well, we'll see if these get slaughtered.
Well, interestingly, they can't be caught.
They can't be caught?
No.
I've done the impossible?
They cannot be caught in animal traps.
Well, how did I catch one? Oh, it's a giant one.
You bought one, didn't you?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not aware if those people brought,
Oh, interestingly, if you play adventure mode... You can be the Thrips variation, but it's not singular. It's a Thrips man, not a Thrip man.
Yeah, we're not sure how that works, singular versus... Is it like... We discussed this. Is it like pant?
I guess.
Pant?
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing pajamas.
Oh, giant Thrips are useful in adventure mode as they take a long time to die because of their armor-like chitin. Most attacks, even to the head, won't cause much damage besides shattering the chitin, which does not bleed like flesh does. This means they make a great training dummy to train up weapon skills on.
But what, they're not dangerous themselves? Like, that sounds great and all, except that they might fight back and be, like, dangerous?
They don't seem to... Let's see. Has no direct means of attack, but like all insects will push and wrestle enemies with legs and wings pretty well. Even
That's
if it
the giant Thrips.
Be intelligent enough to do so. Yes. I assume the regular sized Thrips just wrestle with other insects.
Alright, I can probably have more than 10 goblets here. Oh, instruments. Interesting. Okay.
You probably bought some instruments in that giant buy, right?
Well, I think they would have put them into the, in there if I had them. And I have to, okay, so I have to go to the crafts dwarf, make instrument. I can make bidnozes currently. This thing I need glass, no. This thing I need bone, leather, stone, And glass. I hate this. Glass. Stone. Leather. Bone.
The instrument has a sharp fluid.
I guess it's not big enough to read everything.
Fixed
I
it.
could lower the... I could... Nope.
You have to go to the menu and do it.
Where am I?
It might just have a sharp fluid, Joe.
No. Gentle timber. My God, this one's too large.
The instrument has
Are you kidding me, Elon?
Oh.
No, all of them. That didn't even do it enough. Albert finds a place where he can stick his taut vessels.
I said we're continuing. Sorry, the thing didn't go. We're making. Let's see. We're out of rice. I guess we'll make maize. Sure. Pigtails.
Where do you
cave
get
wheat.
rice seeds? Is it just the rice? Just to keep some of the rice?
I don't know. I would assume yes, but yeah, I don't have a solid answer for you on that one. Sorry, bud. I do know that you don't have to grow it in water.
It likes marshy stuff, though.
No,
Right?
Here's the thing. Do you know why they grow rice in water?
I do not.
So
Wait.
it's not... Okay.
I mean, I didn't mean wait that specific. There's some sort of alternate benefit? It's easier to harvest or something?
Nope.
Keeps the bugs away?
You're getting closer.
Keeps the frogs away? I don't know.
No.
Go ahead.
It's good for weed removal because the rice can grow in the water and the weeds can't. So they're actually the fact that they do grow it in water right now means that like there's a lot more water usage and people are getting concerned about how much water we have left. So they're actually developing new ways to grow rice that you can eradicate monsters or whatever that use less water. In fact, don't use water at all. There's a weird, I heard this on the news recently, they actually have a paradoxical thing where if you plant less rice in this sort of dry climate, you get more rice out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just mean of rice.
They had to convince,
Like all
there was
these
people
years-
who are like rice farmers and they have to convince them, no, listen, we want you to plant
I could see
fewer
that being a
plants.
thing.
And they're like, but no, and they're like,
Nope.
no, trust us. You're going to get 25% more rice if you plant 50% fewer plants.
I don't know how to like look up the seed. It's got to be the thing we eat, maybe. Oh, this is gonna kill me.
So,
Flood tolerant rice, salt tolerant rice.
well, all rice is flood tolerant, basically. I guess if you flood it.
Flood it.
I'll approve that too.
Has long been developed and used.
We're out of logs again. Nice. Bins are happening.
Production.
I don't think you can do rice like you can't make rice patties in Dwarf Fortress. It doesn't seem like
No,
that's not a thing.
they don't make the patties. They make do with the vermin and pest control.
Yep. There's bugs in Dwarf Fortress. They don't really seem to like affect the plants.
I had these things called I get the name wrong, like woolly bullies or something in my fort, and they were known as, man, I'm not gonna know. They were
Okay.
the weirdest things. I can't look it up because I can't remember the name because it was so silly. It just sounds like gibberish to my head. But they were like vermin, and so I got onto like the vermin page and I was like reading up on what vermin can do, and they can sort of mess up some things. I will not go there now.
Okay.
They may be problematic as many types feed on stockpiles.
Oh yeah?
Some species can even cause food to rot faster when left outside of a barrel or a large pot. But they can be hunted by cats and and peregrine falcons, which is
That sounds
handy.
accurate to me. Okay. Let's check.
You can
Is any
capture
of this
purring
happening?
maggots.
We've got 2 of our iron warhammers built, so the warhammer stuff is not happening that fast. That's okay. We are using a lot of our dwarves to cook specifically, so, and then we have 10 in the military, which means that, a lot of the work is being done by about half of the fort.
Okay, I've never seen you analyze the labor like this.
You still haven't seen it because it's not on the screen. I'm just talking about it. See, looks like we're good on stones and those things. I'm actually going to get rid of, I'm going to modify the stockpile.
I love this sheriff turning into a mammoth.
Don't need metal ores and just gonna keep economic stone, I think. No, these are good for stuff too, right?
What?
What's the difference between economic and non-economic?
You can use economic for other things. Bituminous coal, for instance, is obvious. Chalk and marble are used as flux to make steel, possibly limestone. Some of these are used to make ceramics.
Okay.
They have other uses other than just cutting them up.
I see what you're saying. Although I haven't... That's interesting. I actually
I've never,
wasn't aware of a lot of that.
Often. We don't often do ceramics. We've never made steel.
Haven't we? Wow.
I don't think we
Slacking.
have, no. We could disembark.
Yep. Okay. So what did we do? I got my military. I didn't. Did my thing get built? I built a little.
I just want to see what a rice seed does. A rice seed.
Make a weapon rack. There's a special weapon rack. That's pretty cool. It has a name, Joe.
Oh, it's an heirloom, a thing.
My weapon rack has a name.
It's OSCAR.
And then an armor stand, because I forget.
Artifact, that's what it is. You can actually see what the weapon rack is decorated with that you're putting into your thing.
Masterpiece mango wood bin, I'll take it.
I don't know. They just look like things. I hate this question now.
Okay. They don't look like rices?
They do, but they've got husks on them, I guess. They have to be organic. Seed is a living product that must be grown, harvested, and processed correctly in order to realize the yield potential. So the rice, as we know it, has sort of been dried, prepared in various manners.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Can I disband these guys who are not... Disband that squad. Disband that squad. We're just going to have the taut vessels. For now.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're going to assign... Oh, no, I don't know. I'm going to assign... Oh.
What? That was a lot of words.
I'm trying to assign the room. I want to make sure the taut vessels can train. And... Let's see, they can have squad equipment in here. I don't want them sleeping in this room. I guess. And
well,
position in this room, they would just sit there, right?
That I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna do their schedule. They're at defend boroughs, so we're gonna edit that order.
Yeah, because that's the... I think that's how you got them to go in the were-mammoths.
Oh. What does patrol route do?
Never gotten into it, but I'm assuming you can set 2 burrows and they'll move between them?
These guys are gonna be full-time soldiers.
That can backfire, but okay.
I know about the sun and vomiting and stuff, but...
Not that.
Oh, okay. What's your problem
I
there?
think they can just train to death because they're on breaks. But I'm not positive of that. I heard that rumor way early on in my Dwarf Fortress career and I've never looked into it again.
I haven't had that happen yet, so I'm going to take that risk, Joe.
Fair enough.
I'm going to check on... These Warhammers are not coming along very quickly. Let's check and see how many guys we have doing metal weaponsmithing. There we go. I forget how to... Okay, we've got 1 level 13 weaponsmith. He's also on hauling duty.
Oh, position can assign specific beds, storage devices to specific dwarves.
How about my armoring? I don't have anybody on armoring, Joe. This guy is on armoring. What? Why is he? Oh, that's blacksmith. Never mind. Let's go into our sort of edit our plan here. We do want... we have... It says 1. Let's go, I guess, for 2. If it's already got 1, I don't know why he wouldn't have 1 armorer.
Fall down.
Okay, so... You know what? Let's escape. There we go. I'm trying to select everybody who's not cooking, so we want to sort by... I want to sort by cooking.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't click.
That has been happening, for real. Optimize.
Doesn't give you an armor.
It does not seem to have.
You haven't committed those yet, but it doesn't look like there's anyone in that.
Edit optimization plan.
Look at this. I don't know what's going on in here.
So there's priority. I guess I'll bump the priority of our armor smith up. And weaponsmithing is probably down at the bottom by W. And I'll put a couple of those guys. I'll put
What's
2 on.
What's the ratio do?
What does what do?
The second column.
I don't know.
Okay, good.
I don't have a full, I'm still working this out, Joe, so...
Exclude squads is clicked, so I think you can select almost everyone outside of your cooks.
Oh, cool.
Max jobs for dwarf, that's interesting. This is very interesting.
Does that give me an armoring? Yes, it does. Save that, bad boy. Weaponsmithing. Tell me it gives me a couple of those, and they're not on hauling anymore. Let's commit that.
Yay!
The fact that it excludes squads as an automatic option is nice. We've been running this whole time, which is very cool.
Nothing's happened catastrophically.
Yep, we have a cancels fish horrified, and somebody's been interrupted by a rattlesnake.
Same dude. He's having a bad day.
Yeah, well, he's probably horrified by the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
We are cancels butcher an animal, needs butcherable unrotten nearby item. Is that just a thing that he had?
Did you put butcher
Interrupted
into
by a
the...
giant mantis? Basically, architect. Alright, we're gonna have the taut vessels go and kill... can they fight the ghost?
I don't know. I would like to see that now.
We got a bunch of crundles. They shouldn't be... Let's go to our units list first and make sure where they are. They're all down here, so that doesn't matter. We're not worried about them. I don't see that giant mantis on here anywhere. He must have... What? Oh, this is our guy from the...
Yeah, he's
from
walled off.
Yes, he's down here in my former cavern.
Along with your ghost. So many animals. I want to make wooden... Okay, this is just wood and wood.
Yeah, but you have to assemble the pieces?
We're gonna find out.
There you go. Thanks, Elon Musk.
What now?
Elon Musk.
Wait, I forgot. Oh, is that what I'm doing?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm making now.
You're
I
making
forgot
an
what-
instrument for your tavern.
Yeah, but it was wood and wood, and I forget.
There was specific... There was...
No, the Elon needs ceramics. You throw me off.
I was just making an Elon Musk pun.
Yeah, but wooden yoke, metal string. No, leather bag. The shoveth. That's what I'm making, I believe.
Okay, not the Vuman.
Not
I don't
the
care
woman,
how
but the
much it
shoveth.
made at the box office this year, Joe.
I don't know what that means.
It was a Venom joke.
Did it make it a lot of the box office?
Yeah, it was wildly popular.
Huh? I didn't know that.
And they're making a sequel.
I mean,
It's not. I will say I enjoyed it. I cannot say it was a good movie.
We've had this discussion briefly. I didn't want. What they should have done is focus entirely on their relationship and how Venom comes around a bit to liking it, but is still a bit of a psychopath. Because those are the fun parts where he was like, heads. Let's chop off their heads.
Let's not eat
Why?
everybody's head, guys.
Heads in a stack. It's just like, what? And then it would have been awesome. Because, I wanted that moment. Also, like, his turning was a little too pat.
Yeah.
I wanted, like, the Eddie Brock, what is this feeling in my chest? He's like, it's love, Venom, or happiness, or something. Your Earth has much to teach me. I needed
You wanted that
moment.
more, but like you're complaining about the other thing being too pat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they would have written it much more Venom-y than I just did, I would hope.
I think it would have been basically
You
what
think
you
I
just
nailed it?
said. Yeah. Based on what I saw in the movie. I think you pretty much got what they would have done.
True. Maybe under better hands with that sort of... Here's my minor. My minor.
I mean, AJ watched the Power Rangers movie, and he was mad that it wasn't like the TV show.
Like, entirely like it?
Yeah, like, he was like, what's all this high budget? I mean, he didn't say it like that, but he was like, we were watching that movie, Dad, and I thought it was gonna be like I forget exactly how he described it, but he was like dissatisfied with the film, and I was like, why? He's like, well, it's not like the other Power Rangers movie, because he doesn't sort of have the distinction between movies and shows in his head yet.
Oh, gotcha.
But he's like, it's not like the other movie we watched. And I was like, no, it actually has a budget and like actors and stuff. I was like, I don't like that. It was very interesting to see that, like, the inside of his head where he did not want them to have the big CGI sort of showdown and like actual special effects. He needed the cheesiness of the show.
For, like, continuity in his brain? It's
guess. I don't know. It wasn't the same, though. He was not happy. I think I brought it up because it's another example of a movie that's, like, fine.
Right.
I enjoyed watching. I watched Life instead of that in the theater, and that's, like, still one of my life's biggest regrets.
Wow. Life's biggest regrets.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
I could have gone to see Power Rangers with my friend Brantley, and instead we saw the terrible horror movie in space, Life.
You were pretty psyched about Life, though. Like, that's a decent mistake to make.
Yeah, I know, but like in hindsight,
Yeah, I don't know. For that to be your most, like,
No, I said that it's one of. It's behind loaning somebody $20 for them to buy oxycodone.
Right. It's behind that, at least.
Yeah, because I'm never getting that $20 back.
No, you are not. And then someone was enabled.
Yep. There's a lot of bad components to that particular decision, but I was like 17, so you know, I want a little pass from that one. I do get that it was stupid.
Nope.
I love the line of dwarves. That's sort of why I brought up ants earlier, because you can sort of see them just like doing that thing that ants do where they're all running in a line. I wonder if that would be helpful for the sort of algorithmic process if they implemented like a similar, like everybody kind of follows the same path type of a thing.
Scenting?
Yeah. Not literally scenting.
Well, I mean, obviously it couldn't be literal scenting, but if they mimicked the exact thing that ants do, would it run faster? That's always interests me. It's like, they seem to know what they're doing. Would that help your computer program simulation run?
They can get messed up, though. You know, if they get, like, ants can end up in a circle, just running in a circle, like giant vortexes of ants because they're all just running after each other.
Whereas Dwarf Fortress runs smoothly at all times.
No, I'm just saying it would introduce a different type of pathing error that could happen.
I guess that's what your ant game would give you.
Potentially, yeah. I guess you'd be able to see the pheromones being laid by one, like, worker ant. Or I forget what the one.
I mean, they had Sim Ant. You are aware of this, right?
Yeah. I never played it. I don't know how
it was very
involved
simplistic.
It was.
Simplistic, but really grabbed you for some reason.
Like Mario.
Yes.
Dr. Mario.
Just like Dr. Mario.
I gotta say, Mario, not a great doctor. I think he needs to stick with the plumbing. The solution is just to like
one of those things,
hurl random pills with the disease.
What's the fallacy where you become an expert in one field and you assume that you're experts in all fields?
I don't know.
Definitely is one. Definitely is one.
You know this because you're an expert?
Yes, I know this because I'm an expert in...
I actually don't...
Okay! I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, you did?
Well, I have all these grazing animals in cages that I haven't dealt with. Oh my god, it keeps going.
Well, we were asking if that would happen, and you were like, I don't know.
Don't entirely understand. I'm just going to build all my cages. I think that might be the easiest way to do it.
The worst part is if they...
so many cages.
If they all die, you're just going to have like a giant, like, stink pile of animal corpses rotting in their cages, right? You're going to have to do something with them either way.
Yes, and I don't know what or how that works.
And you can't slaughter them from inside the cage?
I don't know. I've got a bunch of them queued to slaughter and nothing's happening. Like, all these things need to be in pastures, is why I got that warning. Oh my god. I don't know if they'll take them out of unbuilt cages. Oh my god.
And it just keeps coming, and it just keeps coming. They hit the ground running. Dun, 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 dun.
I think that I need, I have to build them out.
Okay, well, that's the rest of Joe's turn.
Yeah.
Enjoy the next 15 minutes of Joe building cages. And you're gonna have to go through...
Once the cage is built, it's a lot easier. And they can feed them in the cages.
Right, but there was so many of them.
Yeah, but I'm the human macro.
Okay. Are you building cages on top of cages here?
No, those are unbuilt cages that are just storage now. Those are like...
They're unbuilt?
Yeah.
Oh, but they're just sitting on the ground there.
Yes.
I got what you're saying.
I lost my cursor. I lost my macro head in my head. Am I getting close?
Why would...
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah? Okay. Now, based on the list of animals that I just saw, I wouldn't have thought you would be getting close, but...
Agreed? Ugh.
Yeah, no, there's some more. Okay. It's like, that doesn't make sense that you'd be getting close.
They'll be seated during the
cage building exercise.
It was actually making my arm sore.
Don't hurt your back, Joe.
No!
You can't go to unemployment until the... Well, I can't work anymore because I macroed too hard in Dwarf Fortress.
You don't know that? The Democrats are in power. Wait, no, they're not.
Yeah,
It'll be funny.
What world are you living
if they
in?
were. It's a good joke. Don't let reality
They're
ruin
in the
it.
Senate? No, they won in the House.
I am the Senate.
And that's how the dictatorships with thunderous applause.
Human
Sand.
macros. Oh my god. I can't. I can't. And I'm out of ingredients.
What?
Hopefully that was just a small glitch. Yep. Prepare a lavish meal out of ingredients.
Oh, I thought you meant out of, like, you couldn't build any more cages.
No. Why was I? That's not the words I used.
Well, no, ingredients to build cages. Like, I thought there was a...
Who says that?
I don't know, Joe. That's why I was confused.
Weirdo. Oh, I can make them spell things.
You could, yes. You've got Dak and...
What's it gonna spell?
Daiquiri.
Dak, tart, tart. What's also weird is that once they're built, you can assign all these animals to one cage.
That is weird.
In the
Will they continue to starve?
No, once they're built, they'll feed them.
Okay.
98% certain.
If even there, though, like, you need to have somebody with the animal handling thing, right?
Yeah,
which means it's going to take time to go
I'm
through.
going to butcher these as they come out. As I get a handle on this. Whoops. There's the warning.
Yep.
As I get a handle on this, I'm going to start slaughtering these things, but yeah. See, they're... Yeah, so you need the cage built for them to take them out and slaughter them. Hooray!
The Hillocks of Ink Ordered has been founded half a day's travel to the north and looks to your thriving economy for its future prosperity.
Yeah, it does.
It's a newish message.
New-ish. Still don't quite exactly know what it means, but yes.
Are you a barony yet?
I don't think so.
Okay. I got made a barony recently. Some guy rolled up and he was like, "We want you to be baron." I was like, "Oh, that's never happened to me before." Okay.
To get to these things, a lot of it is just sending wealth back with the caravan, just adding money to it. Which is sort of cheesy, I think. Well, I guess if you can do that, that's a good sign, but...
I mean, maybe, yeah, I would actually prefer, as a sort of economics nerd, that it would be just based on trade.
Yeah, but it's not like wealth in like how much goods you've sent. You literally have to tack on money, I believe. Like I'll show you, I think I can find the screen where it
Well, you have to have traders in the thing, right? Or, okay.
It's not like this. I think this is, like what you're thinking. It's, I don't know, it's offerings.
Oh, you just hit O? And
yeah.
Give them a bunch of money?
Yes. How the hell have I lost a couple matches to this idiot?
So let's check on... you engrave something in a craft stores workshop?
Correct.
We're gonna engrave memorial slab. Alt-S. No slabs engraved. Is this...
Top one.
He is a ghost. Okay, yes. And I think we have... Hopefully we'll have some slabs to do. I think I made some. Like more than one.
I believe you did. Looks like someone's...
Stockpile has been set up, which is nice.
There's an elf. Oh, I guess he's a visitor.
Our Warhammer is still happening slowly. We're just gonna wait, though. Cooking is happening, not that fast, but I say cooking is happening. Nobody's actually in the kitchen currently. Let's take a look at our livestock and see who we want to slaughter.
Yeah.
A lot of these are owned, which is not great. I can't get them. We'll get rid of these kittens for sure. You don't want a cat explosion.
I don't think those happen as much anymore.
I just don't need cats in my...
Alright, fair enough. No cats in your Dwarf Fortress world, I see that.
Now, here's something interesting. You were mentioning that you were having a hard time with nest boxes? What specific thing was not happening for you? I'm just curious.
They would hatch, they would put eggs in them, the little birdies.
Right.
The eggs would be fertilized, but they just wouldn't hatch. I don't know if I just didn't wait long enough.
Okay.
But I've done this again in private games, and they still just don't seem to want to hatch.
I couldn't remember, because I had some nest boxes that, like, worked out for me as far as having fertile eggs, but I didn't see that eggs were hatching.
Yeah.
You were saying something about maybe you have to jump right on the...
I mean, you do, because if they have eggs in them, they'll usually get hauled away to the kitchen area that you've designated. One way around that is to forbid them if you can see them in the nest boxes. But...
Get rid of this zone. We have a meeting area elsewhere.
Oh no. Suddenly I don't feel like hanging out here.
And we're going to move our pasture over kind of away from the kitchens. Not like away. We know the way.
We know the way.
But... can I just assign it? Oh, I can't auto-assign everybody. Alright.
You can hit Shift G? Okay, this is not what you want. Well, I mean...
All of them!
Okay, never mind.
I want all my animals in one place. Right by the stairway.
That is,
This keeps it from getting
you're
underfoot.
making a roof, I guess? I don't know. It also means people have to grab them and bring them back over and over and over again.
What is going on with the cooking? I need my guys to level up today. Nobody's leveling up. These guys are on hauling.
Their jobs are haul. I don't know if you have cook in your job list.
What do you mean?
Do you have it as an order? Here, in a
Elaborate?
JMQ. Do you have it as a JMQ?
Oh, that's an interesting question, Joe. I don't know.
I don't know anymore. Agreed.
I will check on that in a moment.
Boop, 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 boop.
It does not appear that we do.
That would explain some things. That was weird. Why didn't that show up? Prepare. Okay.
Alright, now we're back on track.
Cats are being killed.
As
Things
is
are happening.
the custom.
People are horrified. Giant mantises are attacking your surgeon.
I don't know why I didn't see him in my units.
I don't think he's gone. That was a
okay.
too.
I'll make, I guess, out of granite? Sure. Just making like little floors between my kitchens so that I can visually understand where they are.
Huh.
No other function than that.
I dig it. Aesthetics are important.
They can be, especially when it's like organizational stuff.
You have the one down south there that the guy's using.
Yep, I see that. I might get rid of that eventually, but...
Hey, he's cooking in it. You got 3 out of 5, 4 out of... You got... Kitchens are hopping, it looks like.
Yep.
The butcher is butchering.
But the fact that I was going all this time without, like, cooking assigned as something we should do, that's a little troubling. Do I have brewing? I don't. Guys.
That's interesting. When did that happen?
I don't know.
You just got sick of the spam, and we're just like, ah!
Maybe?
It's a direct reenactment of Albert.
That's not... I deserve that, but... Oh, I gotta kill this guy. Don't need that Mason's workshop.
How do you get into your fort again? Oh, down those... Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did the bridge ever get built? It did. That's good.
The ghost is checking on it now. Woo!
Let's build a lever right here. Just let things run. Erush has become a swords dwarf. I pronounced the W in sword for some reason.
That slab is probably engraved. I would hope.
Oh, it's a good idea. Burial receptacle. Is it Alt S again? Yeah, It is.
Don't just... You remember this?
X to expand, and then this one.
Yep.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's why I wanted to get back into playing on my own, because once you've have that stuff in your memory, you can remember it a little bit easier. Remembering things helps you remember things, Joe.
I also saw people sleeping on all the floors.
Yeah, it turns out we don't have bedrooms, Joe. You were...
We do.
But we don't.
I
looked up if there was a way to automatically assign bedrooms in this game, and there is not.
Macros work, but yeah.
No, I mean as you build the beds.
As you put the beds, have them just be like, this is a bedroom. Mm-hmm. I know I say that. This is almost every episode, but it's one of my favorite mental... I like picturing the inside of the dwarf's brain when this is happening. Where this place with a bed inside of a room suddenly becomes a place they can sleep called a bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh! You know what? Instead of storing our rocks here...
Well, they didn't store their rocks here. They just sort of left them on the floor.
But they took them out and put doors in. They were like, all right, that's good.
Been playing so much Dr. Mario lately. This reminds me of that, trying to...
On what?
On the Switch with the Nintendo Online.
Very nice. That was a great game.
I didn't realize... I was just like, well, this is just like Tetris. Like, why would I? And then, we started playing it, and I was like, oh, I've got to play... It is just like... The thing is, it is just like Tetris, but, weirdly compelling, also.
Different enough? Yeah.
And me and my wife both enjoy it, so we were playing, together with, the 2-player mode.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make ash. Okay. Do I have ash? And I need to make potash.
What?
I'm just gonna... I'm seeing if I have enough I'm gonna try making potash from ash before I make ash.
Right.
Because that's what I need. The guy was like, I can't fertilize the field right now.
Wow.
But, honestly, I think that's my time. 45 minutes. I don't have a big...
Holy cow! Okay.
explosion of anything happening, but I
That
feel pretty
flew
happy
by.
about having gotten a lot of things organized. Let me check on this lever. I'd like for that to get built. Needs
my microphone,
mechanics. Double check on my mechanics here. Have anybody doing mechanics?
You do have one guy.
I can't even find it on the list. That's another reason why I've been trying to play more, but okay.
Red? Far right. The far right.
Oh, there it
maroon.
is. Okay. Yeah, he's hauling a lot. I'll let that guy be on mechanics too. But hopefully that'll happen next week, and people are horrified. It's the same guy. Oh, haunted by the dead.
I was haunted by a ghost, the horror.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out next
The
week.
slab hasn't been built yet. That should take care of that.
Hopefully that will indeed.
So very many animals.
I had I had that happen to me. Like, I'm using DF hack, but somehow it wasn't quite enabled or whatever, and I fortunately didn't have a ton of stuff selected, but I just gave them some gems, and that was disappointing. That might have been why I got the barony later, Joe, now that I think about it.
Huh? Yeah. No, that goes hand in hand.
Just buying your way into the political system.
Yeah, it's a little
That's
too...
how it is when the Republicans are in power. Man, Urist Uzmabibble is got like 2 animals. Dude needs to lay off.
Oh my god. I did not see this coming.
That's what it's like when the Nazis are in power.
Topical. Not really. At all.
Nope.
I don't know what to do except deal with my cage prop. Look at that. My god. Look at all the animals in my pasture.
It's a lot of animals. They are
Will
gonna
they?
overgraze, right?
Just about to ask that. I have no idea. Maybe that's why they're all starving.
Yeah, those guys might be starving too. Can you view one of them and see, like, it tells you if they're
hungry?
starving in the V menu, right?
Oh.
Okay. Good talk.
I'm now putting all of these guys, hopefully maybe, into this larger area so they can...
So you
Not
expanded your pasture? Is that what happened?
I don't know
Or
what I
made
just
a
did.
new one?
I made a new pasture over it, so I don't know how I can get rid of the other one now. That's just there.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
This is appalling. I never wanted this much. I didn't ask for this.
You kind of did.
I literally
You're
asked for this.
Give me all your stuff.
I also
Like,
asked for
woo,
pets.
we got
Like,
rid of
every
all of
time
our
that-
yak balls.
Every time that screen showed up, I was like, yeah, just send pets. Yeah, just send pets. Yeah, just send pets. Really, this is your fault.
Yep. Let's see, you got petitions available. You are out of prepare fish options. You got some more entertainers coming in. And eradicating
Monster
monsters.
eradicator. Yeah, I don't know what to do outside of handle this and...
Well, the fact, I mean, let's be real. You are slaughtering animals. You'll get stuff to make food with. You're just now getting spam about needing more unrotten ingredients.
Yeah, the quarry bushes I want, but they're not... What was that? Oh, good. They're not in season. I wanted to get that started. That's kind of important. That's a great source of food. And a cave swallow man spearman has gone berserk. So
Where's that at?
happened?
Oh, he's down in the cave. That makes sense.
He's somewhere here. Yep. Being a cave swallow man. Where's my attempted...
I don't
digging? I thought
know.
I-
Did you ever wall that off? You've got some cage traps in front of the door. And also
pretty walled
that's
off.
open. So
What's
if
open?
he can fly, which I would imagine a cave swallow can, he might be able to get out.
Yeah. Can you put a lever on it? You cannot put a lever on a thing. Interesting. What I'm wondering is why I haven't hit, like, magma or, like, the bottom.
I don't
yet.
know. I can tell you it does exist. Are you still
Yes.
digging? Like, did you run out of room to dig?
I thought I went all the way down. Yeah.
But you're not still
Oh,
digging
I did
there.
hit magma. Okay, so that's
Warm
there.
stone
Great.
located, I guess. You must have missed
Like,
that.
maybe it was, yeah, on one of the 800 other things that freaked me out. I also have this.
You're having item inaccessible store thing? That's weird. Guess it's not important. What are we looking at here? I mean, you have a lake, yes.
Yeah, just this thing. I'm walling this off.
Okay.
But this is a pretty bountiful, this is a good looking cavern.
Just for like gathering plants and stuff?
Yeah, plants, webs. I've seen frogs. Assuming they can fish here and stuff.
Just
Nice.
get your military ready for whatever forgotten beasts pop up down there.
They are ready. They
Okay.
are.
I was not ready.
I wasn't ready. Got a lot of work done there, but sort by squad. We're getting up to 10s and 9s here. That's not bad. I think they're not all armored. They all need metal boots. Okay, I can do that.
You're coming to the end of your time here, Joe.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do another run of
slaughtering animals, or
building cages. Seeing... Oh, there's a troglodyte. That's good.
It'd be nice... well, yeah, you can't sort by, like, does it have animal in it or not.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
There's so much stuff in this game, and I don't know if it's... like, not laziness is the wrong word, but I'm interested in sort of what Toadie's priorities are. Does that make sense?
Yep. I mean, adding a search
like, he must play the game, right? Do you think he uses, like, dwarf therapists and stuff?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. No, at this point, I think he sees the Matrix entirely.
It's not about it's about, like, the work management. I
think he can do that.
I can do that. It's just insufferable.
I think he can do that, and it's like the back of his hand for him. Like,
okay.
This is his domain. I think he can do. I think he knows shortcuts in the menu that like we never know.
You think
I think
there's like a secret shortcut that Toadie knows?
No, but I think there's some things like that. This just keeps going. I also think that he can look at 100 dwarves and be like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. And assigning that isn't tedious to him. It's like interesting. It's like doing the game. There's still plenty of things being slaughtered. Hopefully they're being built. Boots. Sure, let's do that. I think I need to have backpacks.
I'm not really excited about your unrotten food spam there, Joe. That seems kind of bad.
Not excited about the uncookable food item?
Yeah.
I've got 10 cooks going full time.
I mean, it's not like you're going to starve. Obviously, there are plenty of foods, but... Are you pressing your honeycombs?
I had that on repeat. It stopped for some reason.
Well, I assume you ran out of honeycombs. I mean, that's what I would...
The quarry bush leaves is going to be big.
If true.
I'm assuming I got... Oh, tell me I didn't get rock nuts. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, no.
You got 8,000 animals, but they didn't have one single rock nut in their caravan. Or somebody ate them.
There's no reason. If someone ate them, I'm going to flay them alive.
Could you even figure that out if they had eaten a rock nut?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I might have been talking big. No. I think I need... No, stop it.
Is that engraving? Is that just, like, happening on the walls and stuff?
Where?
I just saw a notification. Kate also, and so it's engraved to masterpiece.
Oh yeah, I've got them engraving and building all kinds of things. He only has a decent office? Are you kidding me?
It's not that big.
Whatever. That thing's palatial. How many masterpieces are engraved in that?
I do not know.
I honestly think my butcher can't keep up. Do I have multiple butchers down here?
That's not a bad idea. You just get, like, a lot of... Well, you can look in your build workshops menu to see how many butchery shops you have. You have one.
Oh yeah, I have one. That's definitely not going to do it.
You're gonna need to do some of this stuff next week, Joe.
Oh, no, little butcher. It's you.
Oh, I could have tried that.
Really?
Yeah.
Something's sticking in my head and something's doing. That definitely wouldn't have. But that's gonna do it, folks. Look at all the mana rays.
What?
Those just look like mana rays to me.
What are they?
Thanks for watching. Those are the feasts, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think those are roasts.
Raw mussel roast. Why is it raw?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess it's like the raw mussels you can buy at the Chinese, like get at the Chinese buffet.
I don't know.
Oh man, now I want to have raw mussels, Joe.
Pots. I don't have pots on here. Son of a diddly. Okay, now I'm gonna be done.
You know barrels are lighter than pots, Joe.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, go to our Patreon. You're all awesome. Goodbye.
Bye.